Hello, I'm Emery. I'm from Rio Americano. I play saxophone. I have a question regarding improvisation. So when you're improvising, are you trying to play the ideas that are in your head?
Yes.
How do you practice that?
Okay, that's a good question. I always recommend starting with the blues. Okay, let's see. Start with the blues. Chris got a perfect pitch. Give us like a key. Okay, just sing something. Give me like a bass line. On some blues. I'm going to show you. We're going to show you. Okay, here we is. I didn't know I was going to whistle, but I figured I wouldn't have too much trouble finding people singing it, so I said, you can't really whistle. But you see, I took like a little theme, and then I took that theme against the form that Chris is singing, and I just started to make up something, left space, developed a melody, just like when you talk, except this was melodies. So I would start with the blues. Now, I find with American students, we have problems improvising because we don't know our folk music. Certain things you have to know. If you don't know the folk music of your country, you're going to have trouble inventing melodies. You can take that to the bank. I could argue with a bunch of theorists and people who don't know those melodies for years. At the end of the day, you can play 718 and 1953 and 1745, Cloudy on the Wind. Nobody wants to hear that. I mean, you know, it's like millions and millions of records made with that. It's like for a select group of musicians, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's fun. But the music of your country, like the sound of your people, all the hymns, songs that even in your generation you've heard, but you can't help but have heard. As musicians, we need to know that music and be the conservators of that tradition. That will help you improvise. The improvisers that most people like when they listen to Louis Armstrong, Charlie Parker, they knew that music. Charlie Parker could sit in with Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys with no problem. They could play almost all of their music in their books. Totally different musicians from another region of the country. And Berg would stand up and play with them. Nowadays, a lot of times I run into musicians, they don't play their music. Or something on a van, you know. So it's important for us in this room to realize we're all musicians. We need to know the music of our country. We have a body of folk music. Much of it was established in the 19th century. Okay, we're not looking to come up with a new constitution. We can amend it, but it's the Constitution. Does that make sense?
But how do you play what you're singing basically? So you sound so. How do you play a trumpet though?
Okay. Okay, I remember what I played in the last rephrase. The last thing that I was playing. What key on here? Okay. The last thing that I played. Okay, where did you get that? I said. What I said? I had that half step wrong with him. That's how you do it. You know what I'm talking about? I just played for you what I listened. And so a good way to practice that is sing something and play it. So you sing a phrase. saying, beep, 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 beep. You go on and on with yourself, singing, learning songs, develop an auditory relationship. Sing and play, sing and play. You're a musician, so you know sing and play around, sing commercials, sing, be involved in music. Don't look at music as something separate from you. Does that help? You know, so the importance of kind of singing phrases. Another good thing, practice for all of us, is take, you know the blues, sing the bass lines to the blues and play on top of it. And then keep the bass line going in your mind and play on top of it. The challenge of playing jazz is to maintain a harmonic form and create melodies in that form. When you cheat yourself of learning harmony, you cheat yourself of a great thing. Take a basic American folk song. Home Sweet Home. You can pick any hymns always good, Amazing Grace. And learn that song and then play on top of it. Another song I love is Happy Birthday. Good chord progression on Happy Birthday. It's the same as a lot of songs, Tiger Rag. So, you know, get that and sing it and play what you sing. At first it won't be good, but at 2,000 it's going to be real good.
Hello, my name is Sean Boyd. I go to Dillard Center for the Arts. I play bass. So I have a question. Do you believe in such a thing as trying too hard to be an individual, or just trying too hard to express your emotions to where it just seems falsely fabricated, to where everything just seems fake?
I believe in being fake. I don't know what the reason for it is. I think that there are many pitfalls. But I think that we're all so unique and individual that it's very difficult to analyze any individual person's motives with a degree of accuracy, as if to give advice. It's hard to be accurate. Like you might look at somebody and say, oh, they're being fake, or they're trying to sort. You don't actually know that. So I think that many things afflict us all. I know what my problems are. You know, I tend to think that the one thing that our music can teach you is the value of being yourself. Every one of us in here has something very special and unique about being us, and we need to know what that is. I always try to tell a young person who wants to know about studying this and that, study everybody, but always study yourself. Study yourself. You have something you can play, find that and play. So, you know, I believe in being kind of overdone, but sometimes you'll be overdone with something in 2 or 3 years, it's done. When you get older, one thing you learn is that you can comprehend decades then. You understand? You might have a problem for 8 years, and then in the 9th year, you figure it out. When you're your age, you can't conceive of that. So, you know, I think you go through the things you have to go through, and I always lean toward honesty. Some instances, you have to kind of shade the truth a little bit, there are delicacies involved. But with yourself, it's always best, because sometimes you can tell a lie to yourself so much you start to believe it. And then after years pass, it becomes true. You live inside of the reality of a lie, and it only is apparent to you that it's a lie until you're confronted with circumstances. It's like, I forgot I started lying 10 years ago to myself about this. Then it's too late. Okay, so try to be honest with yourself and with your playing. The one thing playing can teach you is that you have a deep value. Find the value of yourself and project that through your instrument. And there's no way to try too hard to do that. Does that make sense? You know, honesty is always the best way of playing. Yes, thank you.